this a whirl. This is going to be an example of constructing a triangle with given side lengths. Okay, so you're not given the angles at all, just how long the sides are supposed to be, which is a lot more difficult than you would think that it would be. Okay, so first things first is our goal is to, in this example, is to make a triangle with sides of 1.5 centimeters, 2 centimeters, and 2.5 centimeters. So what we will need to be able to do this is a ruler and a compass. And if you're in my classroom, the compasses are located in the back of the room where the calculators used to be. Okay, step one is to draw lines of these lengths so that we can use those in our measurements. If we didn't want to, we wouldn't have to draw the lines and we could just go ahead and put our compasses up to the ruler, but I find it really helpful just to have the lines drawn out. Okay, so I'm going to start with, I'm going to start and put them in order from smallest to biggest on top of each other. So I'm going to start with the smallest line, which is 1.5 centimeters. So I'm going to start here at 0 and I'm going to go from 0 to, oops, just 1.5. And of course I'm on centimeters. Okay, so the top portion here. If it was inches, it would be down here. Okay, the second line is 2 centimeters. So I'm going to go from 0 to 2. And my third line is 2.5 centimeters. So I go from 0 to 2.5. And then I'm done with my ruler, so I can just get rid of it. Okay, so when we are using these lines, we're going to use them bottom up. And that's why I put them in this order. It just, to me, it makes sense to just do the same thing every time. So I always put smallest to biggest from top to bottom, and then when we're using them, we always use them from bottom up. And that's just the way I do it. Okay, so the first things first is you just pick a random point anywhere on your sheet of paper. So I'm going to just put my point right there in the middle. And we're going to call this point A, or our starting point. So let's just keep in mind that that's the black point, and I'll change colors so that it's easy to see. But after you create your point, then you're going to take your compass and use it to find the distance of the first line. And like I said before, if you don't want to draw out the lines, you can actually just take your compass and put it up to the ruler to find the distance. Basically, you just need to set your compass at a distance, or like the space between this pointy part and the pencil part has to be, in this case, it's 2.5 centimeters, okay? And once I've set that distance, I can move my compass, and that should stay the same. All right, it's really important that that stays the same. And then with that distance, you're going to take your compass and you're going to put the point on the dot. And you're going to create an arc at that distance away. So I'm going to go ahead and create mine in red. And you can make your arc as big or as little as you'd like. Okay. And then you pick a point anywhere on that arc, and that's going to be point B. So it doesn't matter if you choose it down here or here, as long as it's on this line somewhere, that's going to be our point B. So I'm going to put mine right there. Okay. Then you use your compass, and again you're going to find the distance, and this time we're going to use the second line. The first time we used the bottom line, this time we're going to use the second line. And we're going to set that distance. In this case, the distance should be at 2 centimeters. Okay, and then you're going to take the distance once it's set on your compass. You're going to put it back on the original point, point A, so it looks just like this. And you're going to draw an arc there as well. And I just drew a whole circle. You don't have to draw a whole circle, you just have to draw an arc. Alright, but you are not going to put a point on this one like we did on the other one. No point on this one, we just are going to use the arc. Okay, and then finally you use the last line and find the distance and set your compass to the distance of the last line. And this is where it changes just a slight bit. Instead of moving your compass back to the original point here, and drawing an arc, you're going to go to this point, or that second point that you made, and use that. So you take the sharp point of your compass and you're putting it on that dot of that arc that you made, and that is going to be your starting point. So you're going to actually create an arc from that. Okay, and you only have to make the arc big enough so that you can see that the purple, in this case the purple arc, and the green arc intersect, meaning that they cross each other. And right where they intersect, that is the last point that you need. So I'm going to go ahead and put a point there. Okay, now let's see if I can get rid of some of these things. I'm not sure if I can or not. Good. Now I'm going to get rid of all of my arcs because I don't need any of them. I only drew the arcs so I could see where my dots went. And I'm left with 3 dots, and I'm going to connect those dots to make my triangle. And because we are using such small units of centimeters, and just in general they're very close to each other, we might have some inaccuracies, but for the most part, if you use this process, you should be extremely accurate. So just for the heck of it, we will go ahead and get out our ruler and check to see how accurate we were. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Neither was that. Just want to rotate. There we go. Alright, so this side length was 2 centimeters. Looks pretty exact to me. And this one, let's see, if we put it right there. It's a little over 2.5, but that's what it was supposed to be, 2.5. So we're just a little over there. Meaning this last side had better be 1.5. Oops. There we go. And the last side is 1.5. So we did pretty good with this one. So a lot of steps. I know it's kind of confusing. There's really no shortcut or easy way around this one. So I will try to put another video, but they're kind of long videos, so hopefully we can get it done with just 2 examples. But if you have questions, you should probably come see me. Good luck!